What is up, A-Team? Welcome back. Awesome here. Hope everyone's having an awesome day, or not, depending on why, but I hope it's awesome. And yes, we're back at it today to talk more about crypto, to talk more about the big, beautiful bill. Probably focus a lot on that, as that's probably the biggest news that's out there that's impacting not only the global markets, the stock markets here in the United States, crypto, everything that you want to. Big, beautiful bill is on the table, dude. This thing actually passed the Senate, passed the House tomorrow, right around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, on July 4th, which will be the 249th birthday of the United States of America. It will be signed into law. And there's a lot of things out there. There's a lot of positive things out there for this. If you are, pro, I guess, I guess if you're America first, this is probably the bill for you. If you're not America first, you're probably, there's some things in there you probably don't like. Maybe you are America first and there's things in there that you don't like. I mean, at the end of the day here, it's passed. We're moving on now. So let's make the best of it, regardless of how you feel about it. What can it do for us? What can we do as investors? What can we do as holders of crypto to benefit from this? I think that's a lot of what we have to talk about today. And I think this is actually a really good day for us. I mean, we knew this bill was going to pass. We knew, without a doubt, it was going to go through, regardless of how you felt about it. And now the question is where do we go from here? What is in the bill? What missed the bill? What's some criticism about the bill? We'll talk all about that today. I'm going to spend as much time on here as possible. But before I jump into all that, I want to say what's up to everyone here on YouTube. I want to say what's up to the A-Team here. We got Terry Rosenhaus here. What's up, Crypto Mimi, Andrew, Crypto Stacks, Brodick, Netty Recky. What's up, man? Necky Recky. We got Moto A-Team. Good to see you guys. That one guy, XRP Bags. Texas made Randy. What's up, man? We got Watchman in the house here. What's up, dude? Hope all is well, my guy. Holding it down in the Discord right there. Throwing out some good plays. Evan, Famous Dave, Famous Dad, what's up, man? We got Mona Lisa. We got 808 Mimis. Bill A, what's going on? Trent, we got Trent in the house here. What's up, Craig? Dangerous Dave, Sir Jeremy. Yeah, you guys are all in the house today. What's up, Kyle? Ian, Toolbox. Chameleon, what's up, man? What's up, Chameleon? I haven't seen Chameleon. Santa Corky, what's up? What's up over here on the TikTok side? What's going on, everyone? We got Mr. Rod in here. We got a lot of people already on TikTok. Damn, all right. I see you guys. So here we are, man. Thanks for coming on this afternoon on this day before 4th of July. Hopefully all you guys have the 4th of July off. Maybe you don't, but we are going to jump into it. I think there's a lot of things to cover today. Sorry I did not jump on earlier today. As you guys know, soccer is kind of really going hard right now on the soccer with the kids. So I've been streaming in the afternoon, and there's a lot of people here that actually prefer me to stream in the afternoon versus in the morning. Maybe I'm wrong, but it seems like a lot of people would rather see that in the afternoon versus now, but or versus in the morning. But here we are. You can see right now, cryptocurrency markets are actually doing pretty good still. Although the last hour is down, the last 24 hours has kind of been flat. But the last 7 days have been phenomenal, obviously. But you can see right now, last hour, things have come down slightly. Over the day, we peaked here this morning, obviously in anticipation of the big, beautiful bill. A lot of people out there were saying, what happened here? The big, beautiful bill passed. The markets didn't do what we thought they were going to do. And like I've always said before, it's a buy the rumor, sell the news. I said this morning in our Discord channel. Mostly things like this are a buy the rumor, sell the news event. Not saying that this isn't a big deal. I'm just saying that that usually you get a lot of anticipation built up. There'll probably be a little bit of some retracement, and then we'll be off to the next races. And things are lining up actually like that. If you're looking at the charts, following the charts, I wasn't looking at them all day, dude. I went out, touched grass with the kids today playing soccer, came back, started looking at the charts, and hopefully you guys rode this up and came back down. I did see people in Discord were playing the game pretty nicely today. So kudos to everyone that was out there, doing the day trading of it all. But if you're not, if you're just here to buy and hold, dude, kudos to you as well. I mean, it's good to wake up and see that a lot of us are back in the green on some of our plays. A lot of us are up in the greens on our long-term holds. It's good to see Bitcoin going back above 110,000. It's good to see HBAR back above 16 cents. It's good to see XRP reaching that 230 again. We're starting to sort of see this come back in. A lot of our plays that we've been hanging on to over the last 6 months maybe are starting to come to fruition, and that's kind of what we're liking to see right now. Yeah. Like I said, it's looking really good. There are some things out there. I put out a tweet today. People got all, maybe like, holy crap. I did say that the housing market, we are in a bubble right now. We're in a pretty massive bubble, and that bubble is only getting worse and worse and worse. Even after the signing of this bill will bring down the rates for the housing market, but we are still in kind of a housing crunch right now. And that could put us in a little bit of a bubble. So something to think about going into the end of the year. But I mean, we're still 6 months away from that. Let's talk about the day, today, the now, everything right now. But good thing here is you can see the stock market coming on hot. Look at this, dude. S&P 500 continues to reach new heights even after the strong June job report. So everyone was anticipating that June job reports was going to be atrocious. It actually came out better than a lot of people thought it was going to. So kudos to the June job reports. Realize that this will probably be lowered in the coming months. Usually we actually have a lowering of it. Sometimes we get a little bit higher numbers, and then we come back and kind of like retract some of the numbering. And this time was the first time that we actually added to the May one. We actually got it wrong and added more. Usually we take away. So that was kind of cool to see. Also, right here, you can see Trump coming out here a little over, an hour and a half ago. He said the Republicans in the House of Representatives have just passed the One Big Beautiful Bill Act. Our party is united like never before, and our country is hot. We're going to have a signing celebration at the White House tomorrow at 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, which will be 1 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. It says all congressmen and women and senators are invited. Together, we will celebrate our nation's independence and the beginning of our new golden age. The people of the United States of America will be richer, safer, and prouder than ever before. Thank you to the Speaker, House Mike Johnson, Senator Majority Leader John Thune, and all the wonderful Republican members of Congress who helped us deliver our promises and so much more. Together, we will do things that were not even imagined possible less than 1 year ago. We will keep working and winning. Congrats. Congratulations, America. So this is actually pretty legit. I mean, to each your own on this. Some people like the bill. Some people don't like the bill. I should probably put out a poll and see how many people here in our chat are actually for the Big Beautiful Bill and people who are against the Big Beautiful Bill. It would be nice to sort of see that because there are probably people on both sides of this. So Wall Street cheat sheets, I'll tell you where you're at. Yeah, my one bed condo now worth $350K. All right, that's pretty good. That's pretty good, actually. Word to ZBEC Network. Yeah, a lot of people here like ZBEC. Yeah, a lot of people like ZBEC. You can see right here. So what does the Big Beautiful Bill entail? There's actually a lot of things here that was in this bill. I mean, this was a big bill. But again, to each your own on this, all right? We could even go in and look at all the details of this. And if you want to know more about this, I highly advise that you actually go and you use ChatGPT. Use ChatGPT, use Gronk, use whatever AI resources out there to tell you both the pros and the cons to this, right? It's actually a really good resource to do that. Just type in, what are the pros to the Big Beautiful Bill? What are the cons? Like, what is it? What's in there? It's actually pretty accurate, dude. And it's coming from multiple resources, both from CNN. It's coming from both right resources, left resources, all the resources out there to bring you actually the real information of what's in this bill. And, again, if you voted for America First agenda, you probably are more for this bill than maybe if you weren't. Again, there's probably some things out here that you're not agreeing with, some things that you do agree with here. And I'm not here to get into the political side of it. One thing I like to see is that there are some really good things here is that, the bigger paychecks have $10,000 more in annual take home. No tax on tips, which again was a big thing here. No tax on overtime, no tax on Social Security, and no tax on Made in America auto loans. Also, one thing here that I actually kind of liked here is that if you are gambling, right, even in margin trading, leverage trading, I think that's part of any of these I think that might fall into it. I don't know. I have to look into this one. I'm going to have to probably reach out to my father and ask him how this works. But I did see that there was a part of that bill had it to where you could write off 90% of your losses towards your profits in terms of gambling. And I would assume that margin trading is right in there, because if that's the case, dude, you're going to be sitting pretty if you can actually use perpetual trades as a form. If you could actually justify perpetual trading as a form of gambling and be able to write off 90% of your losses towards your profits in taxes, dude, that would be such a win-win scenario. So I'm gonna have to actually reach out to my father. I was reading that today after the bill came through. I was reading all the things that came through. And if you guys don't know, my father's obviously a CPA. He teaches economics. He teaches, like, his whole background is financial education. He knows the tax bracket or the tax system pretty well. So, I rely on him heavily. He's my financial advisor. And so I go back to him on a lot of these things. But if that could actually come out to where perpetual trades fall into that category, which I'm going to try really hard to make that happen in my tax return, that would be fantastic, dude. So, but there's a lot of things out here, dude. When it comes to just making money for a lot, or bringing money into our own pockets here, and again, I won't get into the other things here, but, there's just a lot of money being put out there. There are some negatives to this. Obviously one of the biggest negatives and the criticism out there is that the amount of money that this brings to, just our deficit alone. I mean, right now, we're reaching, some projections are reaching almost 4.1 trillion going to the deficit. Some people are reaching 5 trillion. So right now we're projecting anywhere from 4 to 5 trillion going to the going to our deficit. So like, I mean, we're only going to get higher. I mean, that's really what it comes down to. And then the higher deficits could lead to increased interest rates, reduced economic stability. You could have more tax burdens. There's so much things out there that this could do. Obviously, we have more interest that we're going to have to pay on the national debt. So I could see why a lot of people out there, including Elon Musk and everyone, was all upset and disappointed about this because of how much money that actually puts a burden not only just on us, but on our future, like the future of our kids and our kids' kids and our grandkids and great grandkids. Like, so, if you're looking longevity wise, right now you might go, well, that's not really going to impact me, but it's going to impact our kids' kids, right? It's going to impact their futures down the road, just like the spending before us is impacting us today. So yeah, kind of crazy when you think about it like that, but that's kind of what you do. Do you know if there is no tax on capital gains? There was not, Tony Punch, that was not in the bill. No tax on capital gains was not in the bill. So yes, the big beautiful bill passed. Away we go. And the week of July 14th, there will be 3 crypto bills. Yeah, talking about that. That's a good thing you brought that up. You can see right here that the U.S. House, there'll be a crypto week for July 14th through 18th, featuring consideration of 3 major bills: the Clarity Act, the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act, and the Genius Act. I always said Genesis. The Genius Act. So yeah, thanks for bringing that up. But this is going to be really, really good for crypto. Obviously, we want these to go through. We want to talk about these things because I think it's important that you actually put clarity to this. I mean, that's really what it comes down to, dude. The Clarity Act is going to be the biggest. I mean, that's going to be huge. I think that alone will really help people decide where things go in terms of just crypto. The Clarity Act, Anti-CBDC, and the CZ Binance Act. Getting rid of JP with someone who will lower interest rates will be icing on the cake. Yeah, I mean, we've got a lot of things coming up here. They're going to probably make an announcement this month of who's going to take over Jerome Powell, which is going to put a lot of pressure on the Feds, dude. It's going to put a lot of pressure on Jerome Powell, even with the announcement of someone who's going to be taking him over, because that person's voice is going to be heard loud and clear across America. They're going to go to him and say, hey, what are your thoughts on this? And he's like, well, I'm going to be the eventual, Fed chair. And I think that what Jerome Powell's doing is horrible. And so you're going to have all these people going after Jerome Powell for it. And he's already going, a lot of people are already going after him now. I mean, and rightfully so. You can see, I mean, even Fannie Mae and Freddie Mac are going after him, filing lawsuits. They're going after him for a criminal investigation. I mean, it's pretty wild what's going on right now. So, but again, one of the positive things, so there are some good things too here. One of the big things here is the extension of the 2017 tax cuts. If you guys don't know, but that was back when Trump was first elected. And really what it did was it extended individual tax rates, increased standard deductions, and other provisions, which expired in 2025, which would be this year. They've extended that now. And one great thing here is they had a standard deduction increase. So if you just pick the standard deduction on your taxes, it's going to be higher. It says this will increase the standard deduction by $1,000 for individuals, $1,500 for head of household, and $2,000 for joint followers. So you're getting an actual $2,000 increase on the standard deduction alone. In addition to that, which is something for me, and again, why you should maybe have some kids, is that there will be an increase to the child tax credit here, which is another great thing out here. I mean, in all reality, this is another really big thing here, is having a child tax deduction or a child tax credit, because again, not saying that you have to go have kids, but it is nice that says, hey, if you have a certain amount of kids, you can have a tax deduction. And again, this just goes towards your overall taxes, right? It's not like you get, some people like me, I don't actually get that money in hand. It just goes to my overall tax at the end of the year. The biggest one here, no tax on tips and overtime. I mean, this exempts income from tips and overtime pay from the federal income taxes, fulfilling the campaign promises that Trump put out there. I mean, you can't knock him for that. That's one thing that he put out there. And I think that's probably one of the biggest things that people were waiting for, is no tax on tips. And I think that's phenomenal, dude. Hi, Austin. LA sends their love. Oh, Jose, what's up, my guy? Appreciate that. Hogzilla, what's up, dude? Lowering taxes puts a gap in our budget, but stimulates growth to fill that gap. Yeah, Austin, I connected my YouTube to your Discord. I'm still not seeing socials. So, Anthony, what you got to do, man, you got to connect and then you got to go in there and where it says start here. Click on the rules, go down to the little check mark, click the check mark, say you agree to the rules, then go over to where it says rooms, or I think it's actually, and you click the emojis, and then you can click the emojis and it goes into the rooms, dude. So we putting long positions in for tonight. Well, I'll tell you this, dude, I'm not probably shorting anything. As much as the markets are looking a little bit down, like I said, by the room selling news, when I got home, XRP was at 227.5, and now it's down to 225.7. I didn't put anything in there. I was trying to go through and just digest and get ready for the stream. And we were stuck in traffic for a long time. It's been a long, long day, dude. So definitely one thing that sucks about traveling before 4th of July or going and doing things in the city. Yeah, you got it was just a long day. So bear with me here, trying to catch up. And no, I did not put anything in here, but I mean, I'm not shorting the markets, dude. I'll tell you that right now. I probably will be avoiding shorting the markets. I'll probably just wait for my long positions to come in and then put longs because these last couple days, I tracked for 7 days on shorting the market. Finally made some money yesterday off the shorting of the market when it came back down. But for the most part, you're betting against everyone, dude. And again, if you're trying to be positive, it's hard to bet against people. But you know what? We'll play the game. You never know. I get a little itch here and there. But I mean, for the most part, like I said, I'll probably wait for these to come down. You can already see we're starting to retrace back down. And I mean, a retracement back down here on XRP to 222, which is the top of the fib right here at the 236 level. I mean, I wouldn't be shocked if this comes down and hits 223 before we bounce back off it. There's a nice little fair value gap at 222, 221. I mean, we very well could fall back into there as well. You can see there's a massive level of support right here at the 218 level. And again, the further you scroll out, the further away this support level actually goes. But the further I actually zoom out here, the support level only goes down just a tad bit, only two cents. So, I mean, in all reality, there's a massive support level sitting here right at the top of the 382, which is 216. I don't know if it's going to go that far. You can see right now that we are, and again, good old Watchman got me looking at the MACD over here. I usually don't look at it, but I mean, you know what? I'm going to actually take a look at it here. And you can see right now that we are actually trending in an upward. And anytime we get past this, I said this yesterday, anytime you get past the zero here, we seem to trend nicely. And right now we're trending pretty damn nicely. We usually come back up. The next level, which was back on March 25th, you can see right here, stopped at about the 0.0, almost about 3.03. You can see we're approaching that right now. We're at 0.025. I guarantee if we break that, we're probably off to the next level here. But you can see that we'll probably come up and retest that level at some point. That doesn't mean that it can't have a little bit of a sell-off before that actually happens. This could, like I said, come back down, touch the 223 and bounce back up. We know that tomorrow's the signing, right? We do know tomorrow's the signing. We do know it's going to go into law tomorrow. So there's a lot of positive things coming out here for tomorrow. So I mean, again, long positions are probably, I mean, and if you don't over leverage yourself and you don't overextend your leverage, I mean, with all the positive things coming up here in Q3 and going into Q4, unless there's a liquidation event out there or something, a Trump Decatur that causes us to go down, I mean, things should look pretty decent. What's up, fan? Yeah, you could definitely do that, fan. Yeah, might as well. Oh yeah, I have a new baby on the way. Hell yeah, Hogzilla, I love it, dude. We have a new barbershop that's very good for barbers. Oh, dude, heck yeah. Well, you got to tell me where it's at, bro. What's up, Austin? I'm doing OT from tonight. Now while listening to you, I can't wait for the no tax on OT. Hell yeah, Phil. Get that OT. And that's another one of them, dude. OT, no tax on tips, no tax on overtime, dude. There's a lot of these positive things coming out here when it comes to the no tax on tips and overtime. I mean, there's some people that work overtime right now and they don't get credit for it, dude. To be honest with you, it's kind of a drag. What's up, What's up, Dirk Diggler? I feel like crypto is going to go up this week. What's your thoughts? I mean, crypto long. I said you do not want to be in a short position when this goes live, dude. And so again, I know that this is coming down right now to 225. This is where it was yesterday. Before you can see right now, yesterday it came down to the same level of 223. We obviously shorted the market yesterday. You can see yesterday probably right around this time we shorted the market, dude. And it came down nicely yesterday. This was right around Tuesday. Today's Thursday. It came back down. Let's go to the 4 hours. It came back down and retested right around Wednesday, right around here on Wednesday. It came back down right over here. And I ended up, dude, I actually made some pretty good money off it yesterday. I told you guys I lost out on some shorts. I ended up selling. I told you guys I was going to be in there for like maybe 4 hours. I set my stop losses and I think I cashed out. I think I made like almost $600 on my shorts yesterday. So didn't fully make up for my losses for getting liquidated on a few plays, but I got pretty damn close. So, I'm happy with it. We'll continue to build off of it. So shorting was not fun for me. Yeah. See, shorting's not fun for some people. I know Z Goals does it. He's like, I'm long in everything, dude. I'm not shorting. And I don't blame people, dude. Sometimes it's hard to bet against it's hard to bet against what you want, right? You're wanting the market to go up, but you're betting against it. That's a tough thing. That's a tough thing to do. So, is now a good time to invest in XRP? I mean, I'll tell you this, dude. If you're outside of crypto going into end of Q3 into Q4, I'm sorry. All I can say is I'm sorry. Tiger Man, thanks so much for the $9.99 super chat, dude. Any thoughts on XRP price for the next year? When will the bull market for altcoins take off and end? Well, I've been saying it for a while, Tiger Man. you know, I feel personally, I mean, we've been sitting for XRP for a long time at 30 cents, right? So when November 5th came around and we went on this massive tear, I mean, we were up almost a 10x on our alts. For a lot of our alts, we're almost up a 10x. So like for me, I felt like alt season actually hit in November. And we're continuing through the alt season, right? I mean, we get this lag, this lull right now, but I mean, alt season is going to come again here at the end of the year. I mean, when money starts to flow back into the markets, when we get these tax breaks coming up towards the end of the year, when companies are coming back and buying their own stocks, when they're able to come back in and buy more of these ETFs, we're going to start seeing more of these companies actually invest through ETFs into crypto. These markets are going to blow up, dude. So you want to get into cryptos that actually have a chance to become an ETF, because then those ETFs could actually be part of large growth funds. They could be part of small growth funds. They could be part of any fund out there on the market. So you're going to see more money coming into this, especially when the ETFs start to actually come out here. When an XRP ETF, HBAR, Solana, you go down the list, a Link, I mean, SUI. There's probably so many of these that are going to become ETFs. They're going to be spot ETFs. They're going to be in large growth funds, small growth funds. I mean, it's going to be huge, dude. And you want to be in now. You don't want to be in when everything's starting to blow up at the end of the year. Usually that's when people start to come into crypto. People will start to come into crypto. You're going to see this room right now has about almost 300 people in this room. I got almost 40 people over here on TikTok. I guarantee you, dude, when the market starts to rally, when the market starts to go up, and we're going to see probably, I'll probably have 1,000 people in this room. I'll probably have a couple hundred people here on TikTok, and they're all going to be, should I buy now? Should I buy now? And they're already going to be, 10 steps behind everyone else that's talking about this today. And that's always how it is. That's what happened that's what happened in January. Exactly what happened in January. How many people did I have in this room? I met a lot of you guys actually in January, but a majority of you guys bought the tops. While a lot of us who waited through the bear market into this, bought at good levels and waited for this. And so people now buying this today or being into crypto today are at good sections or good areas in the market, to where when this actually goes, it's going to be sitting pretty, and they're going to look back and go, thank God I did that. But to each your own. I mean, you got to make up your own decisions and do what you think is best for you and your family. Hey man, I'm here. You're doing great. I think you'll really succeed this whole content creating thing. Oh, Andrew B, I appreciate you, man. Thanks, dude. Never got paid OT anyways. Oh, salary. Yeah, that could be too, man. What's the best way to transfer your money to an exchange like or BTC without losing a bunch of money in fees? I think people actually do the ACH thing. They attach their banks, but that's not me, dude. I don't do that. I'd rather just pay the $4. It costs $4 to make a transaction from your MetaMask to BTCC. So if I send $1,000, it's $4. Plus the gas, and it's not that much. I think it comes out to like $4. So I'd rather just pay the $4 than KYCing me and doing all that kind of stuff. So that's just me personally. So sometimes you can't even get around the fees. Sometimes your bank charges you a fee for doing it. So yeah, it all depends, dude. Yeah. I feel you, Trent. Let's see here. No tax on overtime. How it works: overtime wages are still subject to federal income tax withholdings during the payroll, as well as Social Security and Medicare. I don't know how it's going to work either, Frankfurt. I honestly don't know how it's going to work. However, you can claim a deduction for the federal income tax paid on overtime wages when you're filing taxes. Okay, so you get it on the back end. So you're not going to get it initially, but you'll get it on the back end. So people should actually get bigger tax returns. That's basically what it comes down to, is you're going to get a bigger tax return, depending on how many deductions you do and all that good stuff, dude. I watched every one of your videos and never talked. Thank you for helping. You kept me from FOMO. I'm new to this. November 18th. Wow, Mona Lisa, I appreciate that. November 18th. That's awesome, dude. So yeah, you got in. I mean, November 18th that was a great time to enter the market. You did well. You're probably up on your XRP now, dude. If you bought XRP in November, you're probably still sitting pretty on your XRP right now. 100% probably still sitting pretty, dude. Yeah, transfer from Coinbase. Yeah, you could do from Coinbase. I usually go from Coinbase to MetaMask to BTCC. That's what I do. Yeah, I only use BTCC. That's the only one I'm doing perpetual trades on as of right now. It's been great. It's been easy to learn. I know I've had a few people ask me about how to use BTCC, and we could talk about that today, but let's get through some of the other things here on this big, beautiful bill here, because I do want to talk more about that. One of the other great things about this too is you got business tax breaks. I told you guys before, if you don't own a small business, definitely look into owning a small business, right? It doesn't have to be, it could be anything you want, dude. Just open up a small business, whether it's from, going out and getting a business license to, doing a sole proprietor or a partnership or whatever it is. Open up a business so you can actually start doing deductions. If you're doing some day trading, or you're trying to make money off of trades, or you're trying to do whatever, like, use it as part of a business so you can actually, take some incentives from this whole business tax breaks and everything that they're going to be putting out there. As you guys know right now, this will actually restore the immediate expensing for equipment purchases and R&D costs, increase the small business deductions to 23%. Dude, that's huge, dude, 23%. So we'll see how that actually works out here. This is the one I was talking about here. Gambling loss deductions allows gamblers to deduct 90% of losses against winnings starting in 2026, potentially increasing a tax liability for professional gamblers. I wonder if that includes leverage trading. I'm literally hoping that includes leverage trading, dude, because there's no different. I mean, if you're gambling, right, it's no different than going out here. I mean, you're still out here kind of you're gambling on perpetuals. You are. I mean, yes, you're trying to, read charts and have some strategy to it, but it's still a gamble. We'll see. I don't know. We have till 2026, but I thought that was pretty badass. And then another one's here. There's obviously the social programs. I'm not going to get into all that kind of stuff. Mostly I was looking for the deductions here, but yeah, there's a lot of social programs that are coming out here, which people are really bent out of shape for. One great thing I actually wanted to put out here is the energy and the environment side of it. So as you guys know, Trump's big thing was drill, baby, drill. This is going to increase. So like, you should right now be investing in ExxonMobil. You should be investing in energy companies. Because they're talking about, gas, diesel. I mean, all those companies, nuclear energy, all those things, all the sustainable energies are kind of going to the side, right? In all reality, they're kind of repealing the clean hydrogen productions. They're repealing a lot of those things now through this bill. And now they're going to be going back into some of this nuclear stuff. They're going to be going back into, drilling for oil. Yeah, you should be getting into some oil companies. I'm telling you that right now, dude. And then another one here was with agriculture. I think this is huge, dude. The agriculture stuff right now, giant, right? So giving incentives to agricultural businesses and companies, especially small farms, to be able to farm and actually be sustainable and not get double taxed on things that they got going on here. So I think that's actually great for the economy as well. Let's see here. Yeah, there's a lot of other controversies and stuff, but that's really what it comes down to, is mostly just the deductions, dude. No stimulus checks are coming. Yeah, there's no stimulus checks coming, dude. Yeah, there's individual car sales, as long as it's made in America. Okay, now the bill passed, waiting on my 10,000 stimulus money. I don't think there's going to give you a stimulus, bro. I don't think there's a stimulus included in there. But yeah, if you're shorting the market right now, yeah, you're definitely taking a risk shorting the market. Even though the market is telling right now, it is saying it's over purchased. We got the 4 hour coming down, the 12 hours at the top again, right? It's coming up here. It's sitting around 88%. This has an opportunity to come back up and hit this 99% again, which can come back up here. You can see right now that the MACD on the 12 hours now like literally taking off. The 4 hour, you can definitely see it's definitely come a little bit flat on the 4 hour. The 1 hour coming down on the 1 hour here. So hoping to come back down. You can see right here, it comes back down, comes up, and then we're coming back down now. Probably touch this again and come back up. So again, if you're actually betting on the market going down, pretty big risk. But it will buy the rumor, sell the news. This could be the sell the news event right now, right? Buy the rumor was 2 days ago, was Monday. Buy the rumor was Monday. We had the Senate hearing come out on on Sunday and Monday when the Senate went through and they passed the bill. The markets went crazy, right? Now here we are today. Markets went crazy again yesterday, and here we are back sort of trending downward. I think Trump called Powell to resign. That'd be crazy if he did. You know how someone is illegal if they don't speak any English? Man, I'm so down so much with crypto. I got in January. I'm so screwed. I don't feel anything is going to jump. Dude, House, you'll be just fine, dude. Trust me. I'm not doing the whole trust me bro thing, but I mean the markets will come back. I mean it's pretty much out there. I mean with this bill passing, this is exactly what Trump wanted. And it's funny, dude. There's actually this right here. You have CNN out here. This is when you know it's bad. This is when you know CNN is like, damn it, I think we've lost. Because they said right here, this could not be a bigger deal for President Trump and this administration, because they believe this bill really encapsulates everything President Trump wants to do with his agenda. They have figured it out. They figured out how to work the system in their favor, dude. And he did exactly what he wanted with this, dude. And this big, beautiful bill it's literally a stimulus for our economy. It's going to bring down interest rates, which is going to allow people to go buy cars. It's going to allow people to go buy houses. It's going to allow people to sell their homes. It's going to put more money in people's pockets. So one thing that I will say out here is that the biggest thing that this is going to do from a tax burden standpoint, the people who are going to benefit from this the most on the tax side of it, and I'll be completely honest with you, right? And there was a lot of criticism around this when it comes to the wealthy, right? So the bill extends and expands the 2017 tax cuts, and people argued that this was only for high income earners, and households in the top 0.1% could see annual tax cuts of roughly almost $300,000. And it says, while the top 1% gain around $78,000, and they'll just save around roughly $160, which is about the bottom 20% of this. So there was a lot of criticism about that, a lot of talks about that, and just realize that that's actually true. Sadly, that is right now 200,000. I think if you make over $200,000 a year, that's where you actually are in the best opportunity to make money off of your taxes. That's where you get the biggest tax cut, is right over the $200,000 mark. So, again, not a lot, there's not that many people make over $200,000 a year. And again, that could be jointly as well. It's not just single income, single income person that makes it. It could be joint making over 100 or 200,000, but that's kind of where you want to be. And so, unfortunately, that is kind of the place. It does sort of leverage. It does sort of kind of go more towards people who are richer saving that money. But a lot of those people are probably going to put their money back in the markets. And again, that only fuels the markets for people who are maybe low income, middle of the class, trying to come out here and make a 401k out of it, trying to get into crypto. If you're invested in these cryptos now and you're invested in these stocks now, when these people come back in and put money into the markets, when businesses come back in on tax holidays and put money into the markets, that's where you're going to actually see a lot of your wealth grow. And who makes $200,000? There's a lot of people out there that makes $200,000. I mean, there's a lot of families together with their wife and husband that probably make over 200,000. I don't know what the percentage is though. So yeah, and Tammy, and Tammy, that's what I'm saying. So like that is a true criticism, dude. I will agree. The rich get richer, the poor stay poor. It's just the percentage. It's all about the percentages, right? So I mean, if you're making, it's going to reduce your tax burden because you make more money. That's basically what it comes down to. So it is kind of crazy. Billionaire tax breaks become permanent. Everyone else expires in 2028. Yeah, there you go. I mean, yeah, and that's probably the biggest criticism that's out there right now. So I would agree with that. It is kind of like, oh crap, you get a little bit of a tax break, you get some things, you get some kickbacks and stuff like that. But in all reality, it's the people that make over $200,000 or more that probably get the bigger tax benefits from this. So that is a true statement. Bone dipped down to 17 cents yesterday. God, that is crazy, dude. That is crazy, dude. So what did it say? This should be bullish for HBAR. A bunch of energy companies joined the board recently. Yeah, I mean, HBAR looked really good today, dude. HBAR back above 16 cents was really bullish, dude. You can see right now that on the day chart, we're actually tapping out the 100% mark. So this has an opportunity right now, and I got to move this up. This has a real good opportunity to come back down and tap into this 236 level, which is right here about 15,393, which again is right around that 2% mark. It's actually a 3% mark. Holy crap. No, 2% at the top, 2.75. And again, that retracement's a normal retracement. If we retrace to the 236 level and bounce off of that, that's exactly what we want. That's actually bullish if we do that, right? Even if it comes down to the 382, which is actually a pretty big retracement. I mean, that's a deep retracement. And then anything to the 0.5 is a deep retracement. So we do want a retracement. You want the retracement to come down and hit the next level. And most likely this will come down. And like I said today, I put a tweet out there that says, hey, dude, if you felt like you missed the boat, if you felt like you missed this pump from today, realize that there will be a retracement. There is always a retracement. I don't care when I don't know when it's going to be, what day it's going to be. It could be today, it could be tomorrow. Doesn't matter, but there will be a retracement. It will be to a certain level, right? And again, I don't know where the retracement is going to fully stop here. You can see right now we are trending downward. Even though the MACD on the day chart is actually trending upward, which is really good. I mean, last time we actually peaked above this was back on April 24th. We peaked back above this. So we are starting to actually trend back up. So this is bullish to see this, but this day chart will reset at some point. We're already way over purchased, dude. We've been on an upward trajectory since June 25th, dude. We're going almost, what is that? 8 days? No. What is that? That's 31 days. So what we're like 5, 6, 7, 8, almost 10 days, bullish right now. You know what I mean? And there will be a cooling off period here. It doesn't mean there has to be a massive sell off. Just a cool off period is what we're talking about here. So HBAR is definitely in that area for a cool off coming. Same with XRP from a day standpoint, right? I like to make my trades on the day side of it. I get some people like to do it on the 1 hour, the 2 hour, the 3 hour, the 1 minute, which I can't do. I like to look out on, I like to zoom out, when in doubt, zoom out and see where we're at. And you can see right now, even right now, things are looking bullish, but there will be a retracement here. And again, I'm not saying to go short the market. Like, you could wait for this retracement to play out and then be, come in and sweep up on the long, which is again what a lot of people do because they don't want to play the short game on this, and they don't want to play that game. And trust me, it's a tough game to play. Shorting the market is a tough game to play because, like I said, you're kind of betting against what you really want to happen in the market. So, Austin, can I add Bitcoin to my 401k portfolio by using ETFs like IBIT? I think you can. I don't know exactly what your 401k will allow, but I mean, yeah, you should be able to. Come on, we'll give a shout out to HBAR T. Really? Okay, damn. What's up, Mama A? Good to see you, dude. He's trying to make all of us crypto millionaires. He won't have a bunch of taxes. I think you guys should be positive. Yeah, you should be positive at the end of this. I mean, this is actually good for crypto overall, dude. It's good for white people. Under 200K, yeah, it's usually over 200K. 200K is like where they're saying the best, like the best. What's the word I'm looking for? It's like that's like the best number, I guess you could say. I think where was it at here? I think it said. Let me see if I can find it here real quick because there was a pretty good cuts reduction, clean air rollback, threats. Yeah, I don't know which one it was. I have to find it. Yeah, there was a whole thing on this. Let's actually do this. Let's see. Big. Let's see what it says here. It says the bill extends. Yeah. So it says, so it's definitely not that good for the lower class. So like lower class is not, it's not gonna help out here for the lower class. And I mean, it'll help out to some degree, but 58% of Americans believe that the bill harms lower class people. Low income families see little financial relief from this bill. The bill extends like I told you about, the bottom 20% of earners receive an average tax cut of about $160 annually, compared to $78,650 for the top 1%. So $160 for the lower 20%, and $78,000 for the top 1%. So that's a big discrepancy right here. And then if you get it to the top 0.1%, you're going to save roughly $300,000 in terms of your tax reduction. So you can see there's a big gap. But again, a lot more money being made, a lot less money. So it's based off of the percentages here. But in all reality, I mean, when you start to think, okay, if I'm on the bottom 20% of earners here, I'm only going to save about $160 off my tax. That's not that much, right? When you start to really think about it, you're going to get $160 back. I mean, that's like a tank of gas. Austin, is the next bull run back on? Next bull run's been on, dude. We've been in the bull. I watched Trump earlier today talking about crypto. He said that if I send him BTC, he would double it. Oh, that's funny. Hey, thanks so much for the gift. That's funny, dude. I don't know how it's Austin's fault if y'all paid $3 for XRP. That's your fault for being asleep the whole time. Are people mad? Did I miss something here? Are people mad that they paid $3? Dude, oh man. TJ, thanks so much for the $5 super chat here. Been trying to get in Discord. Certain I'm doing something wrong. TJ, you just gotta just go into Discord here. You go over to where it's right down here. You should do it on your computer. Honestly, I'm gonna move it so you can see what you're saying here. Just on your computer, go down to the settings right here. You see a little settings. You go to connections. You'll see up here there'll be a bunch of these little things up here. You can click YouTube. It'll connect your YouTube account here, and then you're gonna go back to the main page here. You'll see where it says Start here. It'll say be safe, rules, choose. You go to rules, hit the check mark down here, this little green check mark. So you agreed to the rules, then go over here and choose, and you click these little emojis down here and it'll actually open up to the rooms that you want. So it's really that simple. I know it sounds convoluted, but it really is that simple. And thank you so much for the super chat, man. What was that about the lower class? Oh, just that the lower 20% of the lower class. Like, so the lower 20% of the people that make money in the world. I mean, they're only going to save $160. And then people that in the top 0.1% will actually save about roughly almost $800,000. So $300,000. Big difference, dude. Where people are paying a majority of the taxes because they make more money. Yeah, and you can look at it that way too, right? And they have an opportunity. I mean, usually the richer people have an opportunity to hire an accountant, hire someone who can actually give them tax breaks, and tax credits and things like that, and work the system. So you got to think about that too. That's because the lower 20% of people pay very little taxes to start with. That's true. I mean, they're usually paying exempt. They're exempt from taxes for most of them. So I didn't see anyone. Are people upset that are people upset? Yeah, no problem, TJ. Are people upset that they're down on their investment in here? I didn't even see that. Oh man, cannot blame them for using legal loopholes. No, I mean it's like Trump said, right? I mean, he said that in his against what's her name, Hillary Clinton, when he said, I use the same tax breaks that your donors do. Like, dude, that's like the most clutch line ever in a debate. No, I'm just making a statement. Oh, I appreciate that, Andrew B. Most I have paid for XRP was 68 cents. Hell yeah, Eric, that's actually pretty good, dude. But yeah, Cable Man, I would agree with you 100%. No, I'm just making a statement. No, I can't blame them for using legal loopholes. Yeah. Hey, Austin, love your content, interactions, community. What tax software do you use to integrate with BTCC? I use CoinTracker, and they don't calculate perpetuals. All you got to do is it's not a matter about your perpetuals. So like you can yeah. So CoinTracker does not calculate perpetuals. That's interesting. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. I use CoinTracker. CoinTracker has been my go-to, Bobby. I might have to dig into that a little bit. But yeah, I thought CoinTracker, as long as you plug in the wallet of what you're using, you should be able to and you might have to up your plan. Sometimes, your plans, depending on where you're at, I'd have to look into it. But that if they don't actually service that, that's kind of disappointing. I'll have to play around with that. I wonder if BTCC will give us attack documents next year. You probably could download it in your, you go over here, you could probably download it, dude. Like right over here, there's a transaction reports. I'm guarantee you could probably go over here and you could do your transactions. And there's probably going to be a section here where you could probably get your, maybe, dude. I don't know. I'd have to mess around with it. That wouldn't be good if that was the case. I mean, there has to be a simple way to get some documents out of there. $2 H bar would be awesome. Oh, $2 H bar would be phenomenal, bro. $2 H bar would be insane. So you can see right now that I think we just started a new 12-hour. So a new 12-hour just started right now. Our last 12-hour was down, so we're down over the last 12 hours. We peaked up here over this morning. It was like 4 a.m. I was actually in Discord at 4 a.m. this morning. This thing went freaking ape shit this morning, dude. This thing went all the way up to 231 this morning. I was like, dude, send it. And then this thing came back down off of 231. It came back down, hit around 223, which is right there at the very top of this 236 on the fib. Like I said, this could come back down and touch into this 221 and then bounce back. You can see right here, massive support right around the 382 level, though. Like this 382 level, look at that, dude. This $2.19. This is a very strong level. There's so many support levels in here. You can see this. It touched here. I mean, every retracement's come back and touched this 382 level, which is right around the 219. So very strong level around the 220, 219. Don't be shocked if it actually retraces past the 236 to the 382. We'll see what happens, though. What is the best altcoin to hold? I mean, the number one altcoin I hold right now is Ethereum. You know what I mean? That's just because I accumulated it through the years. But then it's XRP, and then it's H bar. So that's kind of where it's at. That's because the lower, yeah, I already read that. The JCHAR RSI is topping out on most cryptos we trade. Yeah, they've been dude, we've been on a spike since all last week, dude. We've been on a rally. If you go back and look, just take the day chart and look. I mean, we've had what in the past since June, right? So June 23, we've had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 days in the green and 3 days in the red, dude. So out of almost 2 weeks, basically we've had three days in the red. That's pretty good, dude. Like, and we've been trending upward nicely, dude. We created a nice little channel here. And yeah, we'll see how this day ends right here. This day is coming up here. This day already started on my chart, but I mean, this day is already starting here on the 4th. Starts on the 5th, just because I'm on UTC over here. But yeah, this 12-hour is going to be interesting. 12-hour. We'll probably spike up. We'll probably come up halfway through this. Probably go up to like 227 here. Get a nice little wick, maybe somewhere here in the 227, and then possibly get rejected and come back down into the 221s, 222s, maybe even top of the 223s right here. But again, I'm not gonna put any play in right now. The market's too volatile. I won't have enough time to monitor it, and yeah, that's kind of where it's at. But I mean, I would expect a retracement coming in. Do you think Saucer Swap will do anything? I don't know, man. I've never traded on Saucer Swap. So my main issue with reading charts is understanding how to identify the wall size in the number. You talking like you giving like this right here? Like you're talking like buy orders, like if you're looking at the MACD, this like the volume that's coming in right here. Is that what you're talking about? These volumes that are coming in, these nodes in these volumes right here. Is that what you're talking about? I'm referring to the depth chart. Oh, the depth chart. Okay, you're talking the depth chart. Though that's all just on the exchanges. So like if you go to Coinbase, those are all like on exchanges. So like each exchange, oh damn, it's gonna have me sign in. All right, never mind. Basically, the depth charts are just basically people putting in orders for those times, right? So limit orders, people waiting to sell, buy. So they put these orders in, like they're no different than your take profits, right? So when you go on BTCC and you say take profits, it's going to say, okay, well, Andrew over here is taking profits when this price hits 2602. And so there's going to be so if everyone else is out there putting one in at 2602 or 2605, then that node is going to get bigger and bigger and bigger. But you can cancel that anytime. So sometimes they fake you out with those depth charts. So those aren't always spot on. People will put make this big wall out there. And sorry, my TikTok just died on everyone. Some people make this big wall out there, and then they'll take out their order, right? And it totally just obliterates the depth chart because it's all manipulation. Will Sui go to 20 to 30 bucks? Let's take a look at Sui. So we're sitting around $3. Let's take a look at their overall market cap here. So yeah, the market's sitting at 10. So if that put them at $30 at 10x them, that put them at a $30 billion market cap. Sui's been a lot of positivity in Sui. A $30 billion market cap would put them at roughly where Tron's at right now. We know that Sui is probably one of the top up and coming blockchains out there, and yeah, I mean Sui has a really, really good opportunity to do well. Just like right now, I mean, I think that Sui's doing well. Hedera, right? Hedera could get up into the same, could get up to the $30 trillion market cap. I've done this stuff all the time here. We used to do this all the time on the channel here. I haven't done it in a long time, so let's play around with it. It's we used to go to this market cap calculator over here. I freaking love this thing, dude. So let's actually do Sui. Let's see, that'd be a 10. It's probably, I already know it's a 10x from where it's at right now, right? So let's do a multiplier of 10. Let's calculate it. That puts it at a $30 price. The math is too easy on this one. Puts it at roughly $30 to put you at roughly actually it's put you at a market cap of 104. Why didn't it actually put so it's actually a 5. Let's see, so yeah, I put it at a market cap of 104. So that's actually a lot. I thought it was gonna be less than that. Really, that's what it's gonna put it at? Damn. So market cap, okay, so market cap of 5 puts it at 15, puts it about roughly 52,000. So I mean, $15 is probably like where I see some reasonability with it. But I mean 30 could, that could be down the road. Let's go to H bar here. Let's do a multiplier of 10. That puts this thing at 67. So I mean, that puts it at almost $1.59 from where it's at right now. That puts it at 67. I mean, yeah, I could see these market caps getting to there because you got to think when just go back and look at SHIB, dude. When the bull market hit, we had SHIB out here. Hitting crazy market cap numbers, dude. Look at that, dude. It went up here and hit $35 billion market cap for SHIB, dude. Which is just crazy for a meme coin. So imagine something else that has some actual legitimacy that people are using behind it. I mean, yeah, it's not even the same. Completely. So yeah, I can see that happening. I don't see why it couldn't. So yeah, you're gonna see this 12 hour start to diminish here. This 4 hour is gonna come down as well. We'll start to see probably we could have, you know what? I'm not gonna sit here and say, I mean, it's so hard to say with these charts right now, but everything is telling us that it's gonna come down and reset. H bar at 35 by 2027. 35, yeah, to 35 cents. I mean, hey, dude, we'll see. H bar is a sleeping giant. I think so too. I think it has a lot of things. SHIB did a 10x every time ETH went up 100%. And you got to think that's also true because ETH was actually rising with it. So ETH was bringing it up with it too. So any of these blockchains that you jump into, if you jump into one of these tokens, like if Sui drops a meme coin and Sui's going up, it's only going to bring it up with it. So, you know, y'all diversified and played ETH, you'd have more XRP today, but I guess some of y'all just sold XRP as ego thing, not making money smarter. Yeah, I mean, I still hold a pretty good amount. Like I said, ETH was like, I just accumulated a lot of ETH, so I just held on to ETH. And plus, I didn't want to sell it because I didn't want to pay capital gains on it, so I just kind of held it. And that's me being 100% honest on why I didn't do it. ApeCoin will be 20. You think ApeCoin? ApeCoin, interesting. 589. Trent's always dropping the 589. Thank God I bought XRP at 40 cents. I saw it at 35, but I wasn't fast enough. Yeah, 35 cents is pretty good, dude. Yeah, and it's tough. It's tough. It'll be tough to short XRP, dude, because there's just so many positive things going up here. Like I said, even when I was shorting it just the other day, it was, probably not the best to move. But you can see here it's sitting pretty on the 4 hour, the 12 hours working its way. Look at that. Look at that aggressiveness on the 12 hour on the MACD. Then you can see right here it's working down. Doesn't mean that this is going to actually start to come down. This will probably come down just a little bit. You can see last time this came down, we crossed back over. Even when this comes down, it comes up, and then we could come down, probably touch this zero again and bounce back off of it, which would be probably what will happen here. But this day chart's showing strong, right? This day chart actually broke through. And last time it broke through was right over here on April, which is right around the tariff time. And we performed very well here. So we could probably be falling in. I put a line here because I wanted to see last time this thing was up. But you can see right here that last time we actually breached through here, we hit this high. And you can see right here, we came down, we retraced, right? Let's actually pull the fib on this and see what the retracement was on it, because it's very similar to where we're at, right? Actually, it's almost exactly identical. So we pull the fib from here to here. It retraced back down to the 236. Look at that. It went all the way down to the 236, which is roughly what, about a 5%, 6%, 7% to the 236. And then we had a bounce off that. It came just slightly down. There was a fair value gap right here as well. Let's get rid of this. Let's get rid of this thing right there. There was a fair value gap at some point during this time frame right here, and we bounced off of that. So you can see we're in the same, almost the same exact, just off by a few numbers here, and in the exact same time frame of this MACD right here. Like, we just breached above it last time. We breached above it. We came down. We probably will retrace. So that's going to be roughly 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, probably 7 days of a retracement before we reach bottom. I mean, and again, I get the big beautiful bill passed out here. That's again, I'm just talking, if you set aside the big beautiful bill, the signing came in, all that kind of stuff, like, I think the market's already got that out. Like, I think we've already built that in now. I don't know if tomorrow's signing is going to make the markets just explode. You know what I mean? It might. There could be some FOMO in there, but I mean, we'll see. We'll see, but I don't think so. So the markets could come down. Like I said, we could lose about 7%, which puts us at roughly 7%, would put us at roughly 215, 216, and then we build right back off of that and we hit the next level up. So that's kind of what you want to see on the XRP. And they're manipulating XRP by keeping on releasing millions of tokens. Yeah, I've held XRP since 2000. That's pretty good, dude. No, we have not. Boomer, yeah. So, and BTCC is in the same boat, right? Let's take a look at BTCC. So BTCC is in the same boat. We came down, we touched off, we came up, did something like this right here. I put my chart here just so I could actually go back and look at like what happened when we did the something very similar in terms of the MACD and also where the chart's at here, but these are a little bit off. So we're kind of back like right here. And you can see we basically went into, we kind of stalled out here and came back down. But I mean, this is a different time frame here. But yeah, last time we came up and touched through here, we're actually looking like we're coming down, touching back up. So we want to do something like this right here where we come back up. But Bitcoin's a little bit different. Bitcoin's definitely way over purchased right now. Even the 12 hours telling us that, the day chart's telling us that. It'll be interesting to see if we can actually build out of this. Go back to even the weekly right now. Weekly is a little crazy too. Look at the weekly. The weekly's starting to come down. Look at that, dude. The weekly is coming down. And I'm gonna be honest with you guys, dude. I want this weekly down. I want this weekly Bitcoin to be down here when October comes, or sorry, when August, September comes. I want this to be down here. So when we start to build back, and maybe it'll come down here sooner, and then we start to build back, and we're here in October, November, December, and we're just booming up out of this. So, and it doesn't have to be that big of a retracement. I mean, you know, we have roughly, how far did we go down? We went down 30%. I mean, that's pretty high. If we went down 30%, that'd be crazy. I mean, I put us at 78. I don't know if it's going to hit that again, but we'll see. We'll see. But there will be a retracement. There will be a retracement again, just based off of numbers. Dang, Bobby, how much? What are we talking about? What do you think of DAG? I don't even know if I know what that is, dude. DAG. Like, you talking like which one's DAG? Oh, Constellation. Yeah, I don't know if I know anything about that one. Stimulus package approved. I don't know if they're actually doing a stimulus package. I don't remember seeing a stimulus package in that whole thing. So, but H bar is in a similar boat here. You can see similar path right now. It's actually looking a little bit more bearish than it is bullish in terms of just the MACD, especially on the weekly chart. The day chart is starting to look a little more bullish, but I mean, it's starting to work its way back up right now. You can see that the day chart is well over purchased here. You know, this will most likely come down, hit this 236 around the 1536. Like, again, I don't know if it's going to happen today or tomorrow, whenever it is, but expect there to be a buy the rumor, sell the news event coming up. You know, whether it's tomorrow after the signing, we see the markets come down. I don't know, but there will be a decrease in the market at some point. What's happened on July 14th? Oh, right here. The Clarity Act, the Anti-CBDC Surveillance State Act, and the Genius Act. They'll be the U.S. House announces the crypto week for July 14th through 17th, featuring these considerations. So, should be good. Let's see here. I don't know where people get the $20 XRP from. I've yet to see anyone show on a chart how it's possible. Second grade TA, copy and paste fractals. XRP backward. What are you talking about? For XRP to get the $20 a token, is that, or $20 a coin? What's up, Andrew from New Orleans? New Orleans. XRP to 10K. To be fair, people said the same thing about BTC. BTC, yeah, I mean, BTC was at $1, right? I mean, think about that. Imagine if you go back in time and buy it for $1. That's some crazy times right there, dude. Imagine if you bought it for $1. When do you expect Ripple IPO end of the year 2026? I don't know, dude. They moved pretty fast. I would assume that they would try to get this IPO out before the start of the bull market. Bull market starts probably when the first rate cuts hit, and they're going to probably try to get that out before the markets take a shit, because then you have to probably wait a year or two. I just randomly say things. The market cap and circulating supply of BTC when it was $1 was way lower than people remember. It was. You're right. You're right. Andrew B is Cookie King. Yeah, that's actually pretty funny. Austin, what does it mean to burn XRP tokens? It basically just means that to burn a token. So there's two ways of burning, dude. There's actually moving tokens that are not in circulation. And if they're not in circulation, that means that they're basically useless tokens that you can move into circulation if you want, which would dilute the market cap, which would dilute the pool. So you could burn those, and those don't really have any effect on the charts, any effect on anything. It was used as burning tokens was used as a marketing tool for meme coins. Was like, hey, we're doing a huge burn, but that burn wouldn't do nothing. They would just move to a dead wallet, and it would do nothing for the price. Now, if you bought back and burned, meaning that you took like $5 million and you bought back the tokens and then you put them away and locked them away forever and into a burn wallet that no longer can touch. That means that you put $5 million into a project and it's just going to sit there forever. Almost like how BTCC right now has well over, what is it like? Well over 2%, or what is it like 2.5 million Bitcoins that are literally locked away because they've been lost or never found. So like, yeah, like that's what burning basically means. Yeah, don't burn your XRP. Yeah, a lot of people were like burning their SHIB. They were sending their SHIB to a burn wallet, which is just crazy to me. It's like basically donating your profits to the community, which I again, teach your own, but make sure to like the video. Yeah, appreciate that, Crypto Mimi. I remember selling XRP in 2018 for $3. Crazy community is so strong years later. Yeah, it's pretty crazy. How do you purchase the IPO? I mean, I'm pretty sure that probably good old what's it called? Robinhood will probably have it. I'm sure there's going to be ways to purchase it from a retail standpoint. It's equivalent to burning money. Yeah, it's stupid. Unless you're a developer and you just have these tokens sitting over here that are out of circulation and they're useless, then you can have a burn, but you're not really doing anything for the charts. That's why you'll never see a chart go up on the burning of a token. Mr. Krabs will show up. Go to the daily chart and measure the bull flag. For XRP. What? Oops. Yeah, you're talking about this thing right here. Go to the daily. Yeah, we can go to the weekly if we wanted to. I mean, yeah, it's a pretty on the weekly, dude. That's a major blow. Look at that, dude. That's a major bull flag. Right? On the weekly chart's looking crazy, but you can see right here. Look at this, dude. This is gonna come back down. Look at this coming down on the weekly, guys. Look at the MACD on the weekly. It's not looking good. So I told you guys it's not looking good. It's starting to look good. We're gonna probably come down and probably want to touch this zero right here, and then hopefully we touch the zero and we bounce back. But this is actually lining up very, very nicely. Hopefully we hang around down here. Let's actually go to this one. This one's a little bit better. Gives you a better timeline of what it looks like here. But you can see we'll probably hang around here on the weekly and then bounce back. So we could do something like this where we double top here, come back down, and then we sort of flatten out, and then we touch down here again, and boom, we go right back up. So hopefully that's here in the next coming weeks or months. Did you ever get to speak to Eric about any Pure Wallet updates? It was Andrew. No, I did not. He called me last night. I was asleep. Our time schedules are all messed up, dude. You think it'll go beneath the trend line on the 4-hour for the MACD, or for the RSI? I mean, yeah, this will eventually. Like I said, I don't know if it's gonna be today. I don't know if it's gonna be tomorrow or after tomorrow, but eventually this will come back down and retest this fib right here. This fib level right here will come back down at least to 223. Retest this. Hasn't even retested it yet. Almost did. Hasn't retested it yet. And then you can see there's a fair value gap right here at the top of the 223 and into the 221. So I mean, there's a fair value gap on the 4-hour here, and that same fair value gap is here on the 12-hour. So that's two indicators telling us that there's there. Then you go to the day chart here, and it's not there, but I mean, you can see that the 4 and the 12 is there. So something to watch out for. So, but all right, guys, with all that, I'm going to go kick it today. It's been a long day with soccer, long day travel. I did want to come on here and talk about the big, beautiful bill, talk about the positive things for it. Tomorrow's a great day. I'm going to stream tomorrow morning. We'll be on here at 10 a.m. Pacific Standard Time because I do want to say what's up to the A team and wish you guys all a happy 4th of July. If you're not on here, I don't see you. I hope you guys have a safe 4th of July. I hope you guys have a great, fun and a great 4th of July. And again, proud to be an American, man. Proud to celebrate another birth of America here, another birthday for America. So hope you guys all have a fantastic rest of your evening. Like I said, I'll be back on here tomorrow morning. So with all that, yeah, God bless America and God bless America and God bless XRP. I love it, dude. Oh, the big beautiful beard. Yeah, that's the next one right there, dude. But yeah, you guys are awesome. So love you guys a ton. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. again, make sure you don't over leverage yourself. Make sure if you put any trades in, make sure that you are definitely checking your margins. And we'll see you guys tomorrow morning. With all that, love you guys a ton. We're out. Peace out, everyone.